Welcome back to another episode of War in Cali. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a notorious Fresno Bulldog gang member named Robert Govan, but being known on the streets as Phantom. Now, Phantom grew up in Fresno, California, and was born around 1975. He joined the Fresno Bulldog gang early and was doing a lot to get his name known in the streets, from putting in work to being a known fighter from his hood. Phantom will become a well-respected Fresno Bulldog member. The Fresno Bulldogs are a large, predominantly Hispanic street gang based in Fresno, California. It was once connected to the Nuestra Familia, once being called F-14. The Bulldogs are said to be regarded as being muscle for the Nuestra Familia, but with powerful struggles and differences, they will become rivals. Now, the Bulldogs are known for their ongoing rivalry with the Mexican Mafia and the Nuestra Familia, and gangs still aligned to them like the Sureños and the Norteños. At the beginning of the 80s, the Bulldog gang was still considered part of the Nuestra Familia alliance. Multiple prison-wide wars took place between 1984 and 1985, with the Bulldogs seeking their independence. The gang eventually rebelled and was fully recognized as an independent gang in 1986. Now, the Bulldogs would try to take over the Fresno streets, and several cliques were made up all over Fresno. The members would do anything to prove their name and add respect to the Bulldogs. And that would get Phantom locked up several times throughout the early years of his life, making him serve several stints in the youth authority. He would fight non-stop in YA, but being in YA wouldn't reform him, but only make him a worse criminal. As the Bulldogs were now considered one of the most dangerous and potentially largest gangs in the area of Fresno, folders containing details of the group's activities soon appeared on many Fresno Police Department's desks. Police would try their best to do raids and do their best to get the Bulldogs off the streets. As the years went on, Phantom would be a target. Being in and out of jail most of his life for living a crazy lifestyle, this will lead to Phantom in the beginning of the 2000s receiving 2 life sentences, from crimes ranging from assault with greatly bodily injury, from kidnapping, robbery, and ransom and murder. Serving his time in prison would not be easy for Phantom. He will be in multiple fights, riots, and wars with other gangs. The Bulldogs being such a hated gang, and being outnumbered by gangs like the Mexican Mafia and the Nuestra Familia, being the Bulldog came with a lot. Phantom will rack up more jail time from assaults on officers and also the inmates, so along the years, he received an additional 2 life sentences, bringing him up to 4. But in 2010, Phantom wouldn't be done. Phantom would kill his cellmate on September 16, 2010 at Corcoran State Prison. It was said that Phantom sliced his cellmate, then slit his throat, then strangled him with a cord and smashed his head against the concrete bed several times. His cellmate was 30 days away from his release. Phantom said he killed his cellmate because he disrespected him, calling him stupid. But even with this wouldn't stop Phantom. He would continue to wreak havoc in prison, and in 2012, he would assault another officer, seriously injuring him. 2013, Phantom was sentenced for the murder of his cellmate. The judge would say Phantom was a threat to everyone, especially with his long rap sheet of violence. It was no way anybody could take a chance on Phantom, the judge would say. So he will be sentenced to death in 2013 and sent to serve the rest of his sentence at San Quentin State Prison. The most recently things, Phantom has been in show segments and even given a few interviews, and even having a few interviews with a few channels on YouTube. Phantom is now 48 and he's never getting out of prison.
You know what I mean? So they can't validate us.
What are you willing to do for Bulldogs?
Whatever it takes.
Would you die for that?
This is my life now. There's no chance for me to get out. I'm gonna have to die sometime.
This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.